That's like the mom jeans of guns.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back for another Steiny video. This video is kicking off a new series entitled stein3y's Rogue Company Blueprints, where I'll be addressing certain decision making and information criteria that you should be thinking about if you want to improve your Rogue Company gameplay. Specifically, I'm making this video for Rogue Company players who want to get better for those quote-unquote sweaty demo games. So we all those types of games that go 7-6 to the very end. The tips that I'm going to cover in this blueprint series are going to help get you there. So considering that these are going to be quote-unquote sweaty demo games, the first thing you're going to want to take into consideration is your teammates and the people that you play with. I've mentioned this before in some other videos, as well as on my Twitter and within several Discords in the Rogue Company community, that team chemistry is a huge piece of the puzzle that I think a lot of teams and a lot of players often forget about. Just because you have a lot of skilled players does not mean that players A, B, and C are going to mesh well with players X, Y, and Z. Different play styles complement each other in different ways. Some play styles are even counterintuitive, so you'll just want to be on the lookout for that when you're picking the people that you want to play with. And when I say people, I don't mean rogues, I mean real life people. Not only are play styles different from player to player, but so are communication styles. So when you find a group of 3 other people that you find you want to run games with in demo, you want to make sure that your communication styles and your play styles mesh well together. So after finding 3 players online that you feel comfortable with, you have good team chemistry, let's move on to the pre-match checklist. The pre-match checklist will consist of 3 things in this order. First, what map am I playing on? Second, am I attacking or defending? And third, who should we select for our team comp in terms of rogues? The reason you want to approach it in this order, you want to make rogue selections across your team as a group. So by first understanding what map you're on and whether you're playing attack or defense first, you can get a better idea of which rogues are going to be suitable for certain pinch points or choke points. So let's go through a quick example here. I see that I'm on attack. I can see that I've got Vice, which is a fairly large map with lots of long lanes, so I'm probably going to favor an AR here. I like Ronin. Taizo is going to go with Dallas for information, Gucci Dolphin with Dima for additional frag control, and Lancelot with Glitch for nerfing enemy area control and nerfing enemy explosives. So now that we've selected our team comp relative to our attack or defense position and the map that we're on, we can now move on to the next phase, which is pre-job first buy. So after you've selected your rogues, there's certain things that you're going to want to pay attention to make sure that you're getting off on the right foot for your pistol round. The very first thing you're going to want to do is pay attention as soon as the rogues from both teams have loaded in. You'll see here on this versus screen that it shows your 4 teammates versus their 4 teammates, as well as which rogues the enemy team has selected. This will enable you and your squad to understand potential exploits relative to your team comp, the map you're playing, as well as the enemy team comp. So when you're discussing these things, there's a few different areas that you want to look at. The first thing you're going to want to look at is gadget matchups. So how do the gadgets of your rogues match up against theirs? Do you have flashbang? Do they have an anvil? Well, that might not work since anvil has immunity. The second thing you want to consider is weapon matchups. So in terms of range, certain weapons are more effective or less effective than others. So for instance, if you notice that the enemy team is running attack and they have, for instance, a Chalk, Lancer, and Scorch, it's more than likely that they're going to be running SMG shotgun because those are the only guns that those characters have. This means that you'll find yourself in more close quarter battles and you'll want to select your weapons accordingly. The third piece that you'll want to look at is ability matchups. So how do the abilities of your rogues and the enemy team's rogues match up against the gadgets that you have and the gadgets that they have? So as I mentioned earlier with the anvil example, his passive ability enables him to have immunity against flashbangs. So if you're running Talon or Glitch and utilizing the flashbang, you'll want to pay attention because you know that the flashbang will not be effective against anvil. By combining a quick analysis of the gadget matchups, weapon matchups, and ability matchups, you can use all 3 of these to exploit certain areas of the map. Now, this can get a little bit overwhelming, but as you play more Rogue Company, you'll get better at this with time, and at a certain point, you won't even realize that you're doing it. So here we'll walk you through a brief clip of myself, Gucci Dolphin, Lancelot, and Taizo as we dive into round 1 here on Vice. I'm going to make my first round purchase. Here I buy a frag grenade because I personally love using the frag grenade. Smoke is probably the more tactical option here. On first round it provides great cover. I'm gonna go frag anyways, and we're gonna drop in here. So as we're dropping in, I'm paying attention to the trails on the other team, and I can see that a ton of them are heading to the right side towards B. So I'm gonna instruct our team to run straight up the middle and remain ideally out of sight, rotating through spawn. But we'll come around straight to the A site since we saw everybody lean to the right on the enemy team. I'm gonna take position on the left side here while my 3 teammates cover any hard flanks from mid or from B site. I'm gonna pop in here, throw my knife above the center of the door so that it can't get shot out, take position on the left. I'm gonna take cover here, and I'm gonna check hallways. It looks all clear as it should be since I saw everybody go right to the start. So I'm gonna get the quick plant here. I know they're probably coming from mid since they pushed up and didn't see anybody. I hear callouts from my teammates, thinking they were in room, they're not in room. I hear a lot of action over here. I'm gonna run, go support teammates, and then just complete potato aim. Who is who? It doesn't matter because I've got great teammates with great communication. Big part of that win there is getting bombed down early on pistol round and having good enough communication to understand where the enemy team is. And that's pretty much how you do it. Taking all these different factors into account before you purchase and before you drop for round 1, it will put you on a path to help make sure that you're getting more consistent dubs in pistol round. Getting dubs in pistol round is great for additional money and putting you in a more advantageous position for round 2. So with all of that said, that's all I've got for the first edition of stein3y's RoCo Blueprints. Tune in next week where we'll be digging in a little bit deeper to team compositions, as well as using information to achieve ideal positioning. If you have any feedback, comments, suggestions, feel free to send me a message or provide those in the comments. Follow me on Twitch @stein3y or on Twitter @stein3twitch. See you next time.